Hey there, welcome to Pure Coys. I'm Nige. Thanks for coming to my channel. Please like and please subscribe. Winter's coming. The woolly hat's on. I've got man flu. And you guys all know what man flu is. It's not good. Anyway, I thought I'd come on this morning and do a video regarding Spurs and their win last night against Varos. Spurs, the headline says Spurs march on in Europe, and effectively we do. 2 wins out of 2 so far. Couldn't ask for a lot more. And last night was really good to see some of the youngsters get a chance. I liked the fact that there was a mix of experience. I liked that Vicario is starting these European games. Romero was in. Porro was there. Basuma, all players, and even Timo Werner, who, we may all have our opinions on, but he is an experienced German international who has played at the highest level for Germany and in the Champions League for Leipzig and Chelsea. So I think he's played in the Champions League for Chelsea. That might be wrong, but he has played in the Champions League. So it's nice to see a mix of experience, and then the youngsters of Lancashire and Mikey Moore, and obviously Bergvall, Gray, and even Papa Matasar, who's still a young player. So it's nice to see a mix of young players. And so, of course, I left out the experienced Ben Davis. And you know what? We did a job. We won the game 2-1. That's all we can ask for. It wasn't convincing. It wasn't a game that we will remember. But at the end of the day, who remembers first round Europa League games? It's not one that we'll look back on with fondness. But I'll tell you what we will do. We will look back on it and say, Mikey Moore, what a fantastic debut. Now, this kid is the kind of player that gets you off your seat. This is the kind of player that I want in the Spurs side. Yes, he's young. But you know what? I've said it before on other streams. Football lacks mavericks. We don't see those mavericks anymore. The likes of a Ginola, the likes of a Juninho, who played for Middlesbrough. So many teams had mavericks back in the 90s and the 80s. Now we don't seem to get them as much. Mikey Moore, for me, listen, I'm not bigging him up too much too soon, but he is the kind of player who gets you off your seat. He, for me, is the kind of maverick player that could become a Tottenham great. I'm going out there. I'm going hard. I just said I wasn't going to, but I am. I think just watching him, he's got something about him. He excites me when he gets the ball. He's quite happy to get it and drive at players. And let's be fair, both Spurs goals come from Mikey Moore being aggressive and getting forward. So yeah, really excited to see more of him. I'm hoping he's going to get some first team football in the Premier League. I'd much rather see him on the left than Timo Werner. I can't see it happening yet, but hopefully maybe over the Christmas period where we need to rotate a little bit, we may see Mikey Moore get a lot more Premier League minutes. That would be fantastic. And for me, a Premier League start would be amazing. Will Lancashire, bit different. He did okay. He worked hard. He was unlucky not to score one goal. I feel like he should have scored the chance in the first half when a header hit his shoulder, went over. But all in all, he did well. He worked hard, and it's hard to really judge him on that. He didn't get too much service, but he worked hard. He didn't get bullied. Yeah, he did okay. As for Gray, for me, he's not a defender. We've spent 40 million on this kid, and everyone tells us he's a midfielder. Yet we're playing him right back, left back, centre back. We spent 40 million on him. Let's play him in the middle of the park. For me, he did okay, but it's hard to judge a player who's not a defender when he's put in defence, basically. As for Bergvall, I thought he was disappointing last night. Didn't have his best game. Worked hard, though. I feel like he's a bit of a confidence player. I feel early on he gives the ball away a few times. His head seemed to drop. But hopefully, listen, he's a young player. This is going to happen. He's going to have games when he's good. He's going to have games when he's poor. Let's not judge him. He's still a very talented boy, and he will have better games for Spurs. As for the experienced players, they all did okay. None of them stood out massively. Werner again, What a great chance to make it 2-0, and he fluffs his lines. This guy's really, really lacking in confidence. He needs a goal badly. Hopefully that'll come at the weekend if he's playing. I don't know whether Sonny's back, but hopefully it'll come at the weekend. Shout out to Vicario, who made a couple of absolutely blinding saves in that game. Didn't stand a chance with the goal. But all in all, you know what? We have won the game. We've won the game 2-1. And that's all you can ask for. And of course, a big shout out to Brennan Johnston, who now has 5 in 5. Listen, he's not the kind of player that gets me off my seat. But what he is someone who gets numbers. He is now assisting. He is now scoring goals. He looks confident. You know, one of my big bugbears about Johnson last season is when he got into positions to shoot, he'd pass, he didn't look confident. Now, every time he gets the ball, he's looking to get a shot off. He scored 5 in 5. He hit a post against United. He hit the bar last night with a brilliant effort. You know what? As long as he's scoring goals and getting assists and getting numbers, I'm happy. That's all we can ask. So big shout out to Brennan Johnson. 5 in 5 for him. Let's keep this form going into Brighton and into the international break. That's it for me. I am out. Spurs win again in Europe. We are on the march. It's 5 wins out of 5 as well. Let's hope we make it 6 out of 6 going into the international break. But for me, I'm out. As always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay Spurs.